Children's Day is indeed a festival for the kids. It's a great occasion for them to express themselves. They would certainly be pampered by the teachers and parents on this day with gifts and sweets. Most of the countries treat November 20th as Children's Day as per the Declaration of the United Nations. A few other countries have their own reasons for the Children's Day. For example, in South Korea, Children's Day was celebrated on May 5th. This was proposed by a writer called Dr. Bang to install a sense of freedom among the children. In Turkey, April 23rd is recognized as Children's Day. It's the date on which their General Assembly was formed. Now, India too has its own day for kids. And that's the birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru, which falls on November 14th.
Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the first Prime Minister of India. He was born in Allahabad, United Provinces, British Raj, present-day Uttar Pradesh, India, on 14 November 1889. His father's name was Motilal Nehru, and mother's name was Swarnaprani Thasu. His father was a politician and Indian lawyer. His mother was Motilal's second wife. He was the first of the three children of her parents. Nehru received most of his primary education at home with the help of several tutors and governess. At the age of 16, Nehru was enrolled at the Harrow School in England. Then he got admission at the Trinity College, Cambridge. After attaining his graduate degree, Nehru enrolled himself at the Inns of Court School of Law in 1910 and studied law. In 2 years, he passed his bar examination and was offered to be admitted to the English bar. Nehru returned to his homeland in 1912 and started practicing law as a barrister at the Allahabad High Court. He married Kamala Kaul in February 8, 1916, at the age of 26. His only daughter, Indira Priyadarshini Nehru, later Gandhi, went on to become the first woman Prime Minister of the country. In 1916, Nehru first met Gandhi, a relationship that turned to be one of a lifetime for the two. With Gandhi as his mentor, Nehru rose to prominence in the National Congress so much so that he was elected to the post of the General Secretary of the Congress. Nehru not only contributed greatly to the national movement in India, but also gave the freedom struggle an international outlook in 1927. Following the rejection of Gandhi's plea and Nehru's presidency over the Lahore session of Congress in 1928, Nehru demanded complete independence. This resolution made him one of the most significant leaders of the independence movement. He, along with Gandhi, manifested limited civil disobedience and was jailed for the same. In 1947, as India rejoiced the withdrawal of British from the Indian soil, it suffered the pain of partition, as the British had decided to partition the country into two, India and Pakistan. Pakistan was formed on August 14, 1947, and Nehru became the first Prime Minister of independent India from August 15, 1947, until May 27, 1964. Nehru, during his term as the Prime Minister, brought forward radical changes in domestic, international, economic, agricultural, and social policies. For the same, he established numerous institutions of higher learning to educate young India. He included free and compulsory primary education to all children in his 5-year plan. Throughout Nehru's reign, Kashmir remained a subject of contention, as both India and Pakistan wanted to include the state in their country. Pakistan, in 1948, even made an attempt at seizing Kashmir by force, but failed in their attempt. It was during his time that the Portuguese left Goa, and the region became a part of India. He was referred to as the architect of modern India. Nehru was bestowed with the Bharat Ratna Award in 1955, India's highest civilian honor. He died in New Delhi, India, on 27 May, 1964, at the age of 74.
He gave importance to health and technology by initiating institutions like the AIMS and IITs. The word scientific temper was indeed coined by Nehru. He gave equal importance to irrigation and science. He declared the dams as the temples of modern India. Though a busy leader, Nehru always loved to spend his time with the children. In fact, he started wearing rose on his chest after a boy pinned it to him. Children called him Chacha Nehru as they treated him as their uncle. So, when India wished to have their own Children's Day, it immediately chose the birthday of Nehru, who loved and led the young generation into the future.
Without peace, all other dreams vanish and are reduced to ashes, said Jawaharlal Nehru.
And for New Delhi's small fry, it's an occasion for giving and getting flowers. In high spirits, Nehru arrives at New Delhi Stadium, jammed with 50,000 young people. They acknowledge the garlands he throws, shouting, "Chacha, Chacha Nehru, Uncle Nehru." 2,000 of India's youth join in precision calisthenics, 8,000 arms and legs moving as one. For India's leader, a birthday salute from India's youth. In
आपने पहले कभी किसी पिक्चर में काम किया है?
अब कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं पिक्चर? फर्ज करो तुमने चिड़ियाओं का कहा था, कितनी चिड़ियाएं दुनिया में, हजारों लाखों किस्म की, कितनी चिड़ियाओं को तुम पहचानते हो? उनकी आवाज सुन के बता दो, देखो ये कोयल बोली या ये बोला ये वो बोला। हाँ? हाँ, बहुत पहचानाते हैं। फर्ज करो बताओ कि एक हम फिल्म बनाए गंगा का, गंगा जी का फिल्म बनाए, तो उसमें कितनी बातें हम बता सकते हैं। दूसरी बात लो, आसमान पे तुम इतने तारों को देखते हो, देखो खा तारे, इन तारों की कहानियां हैं, इन तारों के नाम हैं। एक दफे तुम पहचान लो वो तारे का नाम ये है, तो दोस्त हो जाता है तुम्हारा। हाँ, जैसे तुम सड़क पे चलो, बहुत भीड़ चल रही है, तुम किसी को जानो नहीं, तो भीड़ तो है लेकिन तुम अकेले हो। तुम एकदम से देखो तुम्हारा दोस्त जा रहा है तो फौरन देखो वो दोस्त आया। हाँ? इसी तरह से ये बड़े तारों का मजमा है ऊपर, अच्छा सुंदर लगता है। जहां तुम उन्हें पहचानने लगो उनमें से कुछ को, तो दोस्त हो जाते हैं। खैर
India had lost her sheet anchor. That was how millions felt as Premier Nehru lay dead. Priests came to the Prime Minister's residence to chant prayers, expressive of a nation in grief. Jawaharlal Nehru, Chief Minister of his country since India became independent in 1947, died at the age of 74. Neither on the political stage nor in moral stature was his leadership ever challenged. The mortal remains of this man, who was the father of his great country for 17 years, were borne along a 6-mile route on the way to the cremation site on the Jamna River. No one could accurately number the vast assemblage watching and walking in the procession to pay their last homage, but it was thought to be nearly 2 millions. By car in the procession rode Nehru's daughter, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and his sister, Mrs. Pandit. India's premier had been in failing health for some time. Yet now that he was dead, the nation was shocked as by an irreparable loss. They had built the funeral pyre close to the spot where 16 years ago, the body of Mahatma Gandhi was given to the flames. Gandhi's greatest disciple was now to follow his master. Nehru's daughter, Indira, directed the procedure at the funeral pyre. Earl Mountbatten stood with the President of India. Sir Alec Douglas Hume represented the British government. Mr. Dean Rusk attended as US Secretary of State. And there stood Mr. Nanda, Premier for the time being. It was the end of the body that for 74 years enshrined Nehru's immortal soul, as his grandson, Sanjay, lit the funeral pyre. The man by whom the teachings of Gandhi were applied in practical politics, the father of independent India, is no more. Peace-loving men of all nations have lost an inspiration by the passing of Jawaharlal Nehru.
नेहरू चाचा हमें दे दिया इतना प्यार। नेहरू चाचा हमें दे दिया इतना प्यार। हम बच्चों का जीवन ढाला देकर हमको लाड दुलार। हम बच्चों का जीवन ढाला देकर हमको लाड दुलार। रखते याद नवंबर 14 बाल दिवस कहलाता है। हम भारत के नन्हे बाल तुम्हें भूल ना पाएंगे। नेहरू चाचा हमें दे दिया इतना प्यार देकर हमको लाड दुलार। हम बच्चों का जीवन ढाला देकर हमको लाड दुलार। रखते याद नवंबर 14 बाल दिवस कहलाता है। हम भारत के नन्हे बाल तुम्हें भूल ना पाएंगे। नेहरू चाचा हमें दे दिया इतना प्यार।
खिलेगा बागों में जब तक गुलाब का प्यारा, तब तक जिंदा है धरती पर नेहरू नाम तुम्हारा। जब तक है इस जग में चंदा सूरज का उजियारा,
तब तक जिंदा है धरती पर राजा नाम तुम्हारा।
हमको है दुख हमने खो डाला अपना हम जोली, जिसके साथ दिवाली की, जिसके संग खेले होली। कौन बड़ा अब हम जैसा बन के खिलवाड़ करेगा, प्यार करेगा, झगड़ेगा, झूठी तकरार करेगा, खेलेगा जग के आंगन में जब तक बचपन प्यारा।
तब तक जिंदा है धरती पर राजा नाम तुम्हारा।
कौन मंगा कर देगा हमको भालू हाथी जीते, बचपन के दिन अपने तो बचपन से पहले बीते। कौन हमें चिट्ठी लिखेगा प्यार भरी भाषा में, हाय तुम्हें भी हम लिख पाते काश और तुम जीते। जब तक बच्चे मुस्काएंगे जो निर्मल जल धारा।
तब तक जिंदा है धरती पर राजा नाम तुम्हारा।
वो मुस्कान हमारे जैसी हृदय जीतने वाली, वो गुस्सा जो शीतल है जैसे बरसात वाली।